Herman Cain stopping by. You know, this guy, Herman Cain, to me, out of all these Republicans, he's the most fascinating of all time. And I'll tell you why. His story should be made into a movie, for my opinion. He's the greatest, because here's a guy. You got to remember, Herman Cain. I mean, nobody knew who he was. This guy's never served in any office. He was a pizza guy. And he decides to run for president. Now, why did he decide to run for president?
His life was going too well.
His life was going great. He wrote a book. The guy wrote a book. This is the way it really went down. He wrote a book, and he said, you know,
how do I promote this thing?
Donald Trump was the first one to do this. He wrote his first book, and his PR guy said to him, run for president. And he was like, I don't want to be president. He goes, no, if you run for president, the book will sell. And this book sold 1 billion copies. It really put Donald on the map. Mm-hmm. And so Herman Cain from the same playbook said, look, nobody gives a fuck about me, but I'll show up at some of these early Republican debates. I know I'm not going to win. I know I'm not going to matter. And nobody knows who I am. And quite frankly, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But it's free publicity.
Yeah. You know, it's like when I ran for governor. It was fun. It was a fun stunt. And I got freaked out when I started winning. The pollstar had me going up over...
You had the same reaction, Herman Cain? Oh,
yes,
no.
Yes, this is why I know about this. I was up to 23%, and all of a sudden they're demanding to see... Like, they wanted me to open my books. I was like, what?
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to be the governor. I'm going to resign after 3 days. So Herman Cain decides he's going to promote his book. So he starts going on these Republican debates and this and that. Now, the field of Republicans evidently is so bad. I mean, this Mitt Romney can't get anybody to be for him because he's a moderate. And to win the Republican nomination, you've got to be a lunatic, you know. So all of a sudden, no one likes any of these candidates. And Herman Cain somehow becomes attractive to a lot of these Tea Party guys. I don't know what they wanted to prove, but they wanted to prove that they were for Herman Cain. And all of a sudden now he's like, oh, shit, I'm the front runner. They start looking into this guy. And before you know it, he fucked up his whole scene. He was getting chicks. He had girls. He was harassing people, allegedly. I mean, it is fantastic what was going on with this guy. He had obscurity. He had money. And now his book promotion went completely fucking baba flooey, if you know what I mean.
Well, just imagine having to go home.
Oh, now he's got to go face his wife. Nobody was looking into this guy. Yeah, he want to go fuck around. Don't worry about it. Nobody knows who you are. You know, when you're anonymous, nobody ever finds out you're fucking around unless they hire a private eye or some shit. The wife was happy. He was happy. He had a book. He was a CEO. No, it wasn't good enough. Listen, that shit will backfire on you. He never expected in his wildest dreams to be the front runner for the Republican nomination for the presidency of the United States. Even he was probably like, what the hell are these people doing? You know what it reminds me of? Remember the movie The Producers where,
Yeah, they wanted a bomb.
They wanted a bomb of a play. So they wrote Springtime for Hitler in Germany, and they said, we have to have the play bomb. It's a tax write-off. The play becomes a hit, and they're ruined. This is the same story as Herman Cain. I'm going to make it into a musical. I'm going out to promote my book. All of a sudden, I'm another schnook. It'll be fantastic. It's The Producers. The guy just wanted to promote a book. Gee whiz. Well, anyway, he's going to be in today. You know, sort of.
Yeah, but you'd have thought that he'd have headed for the hills long before it got this bad. He just kept staying there.
Because he was going to be president. He couldn't believe it.
Oh,
he goes, holy mackerel, someone's listening to me. I mean, what the hell? It's a crazy story, that Herman Cain story. It's the greatest story ever of all time. This guy comes out of nowhere. Not only that, he's never served in an office. He's never done a thing. He was a pizza guy, pizzeria.
He was the head of the restaurant association.
Yes, the head of pizza.
And I told you what he was behind when he was head of the restaurant association.
Yeah.
I couldn't have waited for the general election just because of his background.
Right.
He was for smoking in restaurants.
Yes, he was. That's true.
And for being able to drink more and drive.
Right. Now that's a stance. Well, there's a guy you could really get behind if you're a bum. So the whole thing went nuts on him, and now he's got to deal with his wife and the distrust, and it's.
I don't know if he has kids, but it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
The public scrutiny is nothing.
Hey, so I'm honored today to introduce to you a man who almost was the Republican nominee, Herman Cain. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me in today, Howard, and allowing me to present myself and my case to the American people. And may I say, good morning, Ophelia.
Don't look over here.
I said to Robin this morning. I know you like Robin. We got your message.
I love Robin.
Yeah, but you say you don't sexually harass.
I do not sexually harass her. I have never sexually harassed her in my life. But Howard, I've never made a pizza pie as beautiful as Robin over there. I wish I was one of your toppings.
I bet you do.
I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, listen, you get online, you can go after him. You can contact the National Restaurant Association.
Yes.
I'll tell you, I was saying to Robin, your story is amazing because I really, you are a guy who wrote a book and you got it in your head that you're going to go and run for president. I think it was a book promotion. I don't think you ever expected to actually be the front runner.
I did not.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're the front runner, and everyone starts looking into you. He never in a million years thought he'd be the front runner, and then all of a sudden everybody piled on him, and they exposed all these women and all that.
Well, I was surprised myself because, I did not really have any women at all, Howard. I can't believe that people are accusing me of having extramarital affairs. Howard, I didn't do some of the things that I have been accused of. I did some of the things that I have been accused of, but the things that you think I didn't do.
Right.
The things that I did do, Howard, I was not accused of.
All right. Well, there you go.
He wasn't accused. What did you do?
Well, what happened was, I walked into politics, pulled down my pants, and said, "Here is the Black Caucus."
Well, you are a fascinating man. You were asked about foreign policy and things like this.
And you said it wasn't important to know the names.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, that was crazy.
No, it's like this. We as Americans, Howard, we have got to address our national debt.
Right.
We owe so much money to Hungary.
Yes.
Hungary?
Is it, what? It's not Hungary?
No.
Oh. Well, that might explain my drop in the poll.
Now, your drop in the poll was because of the women, and the women coming forward, people lost faith in you.
Speaking of dropping the poll,
Yeah.
I'd like to drop my poll in Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Let's keep our mind on the issue.
You like Robin's middle name, right?
I love Ophelia because the word feel is right in it. And I would like to feel ya, Ophelia. Howard, you just keep on talking. I want to fuck Robin a little more.
Well, now you're really letting your pants down since you've.
But he never sexually harassed anyone.
That's
Never.
right. Well, you are a good man. Let's bring in John Lieberman now with the headlines, and we'll get back to you, Mr. Cain.
I will
eventually.
wait patiently here for my next opportunity to address my public.
All right, John Lieberman, by the way, making an appearance on the wrap-up show yesterday. John, you're a newsman. This is Herman Cain.
What a pleasure.
Mr. Cain, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir, and you.
What was, you were the CEO of Godfather Pizza, right?
I was the CEO of Godfather Pizza.
Did you learn anything being the CEO of Godfather Pizza?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I learned that I'm best off keeping my mouth shut.
Right. and then things run well.
Well, everything went wrong at Godfather Pizza. Not so much there, but at the National Restaurant Association.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It all went wrong. I was harassing the Wendy's girl.
Yes. Allegedly.
I put my hand up her skirt, and I felt both her double burger.
Now, John, you were on the wrap-up show yesterday arguing with Benji. Did you hear any of the wrap-up show yesterday?
No.
It was remarkable. And, really, I'm laying off the Benji story. I mean, you guys can do what you want, but I've had it. I don't think Benji's being honest. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's sleeping with this girl or if he isn't, but it's getting crazy. And then, yes, John.
Well, let me tell you this. We were laying off the Benji story as well. But when I see a tweet at 8:03 a.m. while you, Howard, are in the middle of interviewing Chuck Zito, when I see a tweet come from Benji's Twitter that is trying to sell his single or have people download his single on iTunes, I feel responsible to confront him about why are you tweeting during the show?
Well, it's weird. I'll tell you this. While I was doing the show yesterday and we were talking to Chuck Zito, someone slipped me a note here. One of the guys, I don't remember who, said that, hey, Benji is tweeting during the interview.
Oh.
And, it crossed my mind that, Benji's working for me right now. He shouldn't be tweeting. He should be concentrating on the show.
And his money comes from this show, not his music career.
Not from the single. The single is not going to generate anything.
Yeah, that's not how that happens.
No one will buy it. No one's going to buy that on iTunes. So all of a sudden I started to kind of get sucked in, and I was going to go, okay, I'm going to yell at Benji now about tweeting. And then I just said, I'm not going to distract from the show. We're doing a great interview with Chuck Zito.
Chuck Zito doesn't deserve to be interrupted by that nonsense.
So I ignored it, and even though I was going to address it, I didn't, but then you addressed it on the wrap-up show, and Benji went berserk. But you were 100% right, John. The fact is that when someone because Benji was saying, I didn't tweet, I assume it was my girlfriend who tweeted, and he gave his girlfriend his Twitter account. And so I basically said, well,
why go ballistic? That's a simple explanation.
Right, but it's reasonable for anyone to assume
and ask a question
that if it's your Twitter account, you're tweeting.
Yeah.
There are really two issues here. The first issue is when I confronted Benji in the hallway and asked him about this tweet, first he ignored me and closed the bathroom door. Then when he came out, he wouldn't address the questions. He started singing the song and everything like that. Some staffers have
I have the lyrics written down.
Look, he's eating healthy. That's a good thing.
Thanks, man.
Benji, some staffers have said it's disrespectful to be tweeting during a Howard interview.
Who said that?
Jason Kaplan, for one.
Yeah, who else said that?
Do you feel it's disrespectful to be tweeting during the show?
Wait, I got no.
Okay, then 2.5 hours later on the wrap-up show, Benji has now had time to think about, come up with an articulate response, and his response was, I didn't tweet it, it was my girlfriend who I gave my password to. But as Howard said, Benji's 80,000 followers believe, whoever tweeted it, they believe whatever is coming from Benji's Twitter is from Benji.
Well, it's the same thing. Like Ashton Kutcher said, he's turning his Twitter account over to a PR firm or something. And yes, technically they're tweeting, but it's still him. He's still responsible for what comes out of there.
That's not the issue.
Yeah,
the issue is you guys are basically accusing me of stealing from you, stealing time, right?
Well, why wouldn't we assume that you're tweeting during the show?
Howard, I have no problem.
So explain, like Robin said. So then just turn to somebody and say, "I'm not tweeting. My girlfriend is doing it."
I was angry that before I was asked.
And also, John is saying, while you say your girlfriend was tweeting, he doesn't necessarily accept that. He's going to go investigate to see whether you were tweeting or not.
Well, before he throws out those accusations, he should find out if it's true or not.
Go ahead.
No, well, here's one thing that I really feel about Benji, and I like Benji.
Right.
But I feel like Benji wants the attention, but then doesn't want to be held accountable.
Right.
So he's angry when I'm at the elevator to see what time he gets here to work. He's angry when I ask him questions, and my question,
You're
Benji...
assuming I'm
my question, let me finish. My question, Benji...
A tweet came out of your Twitter account.
That's fine.
So he asked you, did you tweet?
But before he asked me, he was asking... Jason and other people in the office heard.
Well, why shouldn't he assume that it's your Twitter account? You're giving people.
And if you hear the question I asked Benji, the question was: a tweet came from Benji's account at 8:03. Your reaction, and I did my due diligence to know that it was your actual Twitter account. @Bronk is your account, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I was asking, and then I asked you. All you had to say in the hallway was, Lieberman, listen, Elisa did it. She tweeted it, and then the story either changes or goes away. But instead of addressing it head on, you start singing the song. I don't want to hear the song. I want an answer.
You were putting it out that I stole from the show, and I didn't like that.
Did I said that?
He never said.
What did I say?
Well, I'll have to get all the tapes.
He never said that.
I'll have to get all the tapes.
Get all the tapes.
Wait,
get every single tape.
Yes, Howard. If I Twittered during the show, it's basically, if you're not supposed to, it's basically stealing your time.
But he never said that. You're saying that.
I have one more point.
Then why,
and this is why it's reasonable to assume.
Are you tweeting during the show? It's either yes or no.
Before he asked me, he was putting it out there.
You're just kooky. You're denying something Howard, that is ridiculous.
Because it's not that big of a deal. But if if it is a big deal, then that's not the way a story like that should be done.
Can I say something? When you say John was putting it out there, we received dozens of emails and tweets telling us. So John followed up on that. So John was among many inquiring about it.
But before other people were...
And why do you want your girlfriend advertising the song for iTunes?
It's both our songs.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really think someone's going to buy the iTunes, that shit? And what?
Well, first...
Are you doing it for charity or are you doing it for your profit?
Doing it for my profit.
Wow. You really think someone's going to buy that song?
Yeah.
Come on. Dude, you're better than that. That song's a goof.
It's
not a good song.
I think it's a great song.
It's a horrible song.
Well, it's a piece of art.
Have you heard this song, Mr. Cain?
You know, I have not, but this does lead me to a perfect policy point of mine, Howard.
Yes.
We need to educate our young people and make them smart so they can realize how stupid they are.
Right. You did make a lot of sense in that.
You're making a point.
Yeah.
999.
Right. That's your policy.
Yeah, that went away pretty fast.
What happened to 999?
999 went bye.
Right. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's gone. But I have a very important question for Benji.
Yes.
What does your girlfriend look like anyway?
She's very hot.
Very
Is
beautiful.
she hot?
Big
You would
breasts.
definitely harass her.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Hang on. I got to make myself comfortable.
Now, getting back to this. Yes, John.
This is just my last question for Benji, and then I'm over it. And this is really the key here. Benji, 11 days ago, did you tweet from your Twitter account during a break here in the studio?
Yes, and I said I did.
Thank you. So one can reasonably assume then that it's not a wild assumption that Benji would be tweeting at 8:03 yesterday from his own account.
Why do you give your girlfriend your access to your account? Like, I don't get that. I mean, why are you doing that?
We were just having fun.
Why can't she tweet on her account?
She does.
Oh. And then she gets on your account and says, don't forget to buy the song?
Yeah.
Has anyone bought the song? Be honest.
I don't know.
I say no.
I'm sure people have. I would bet
people could have had by accident.
But isn't it available?
You think people by accident?
Isn't it available on YouTube?
On YouTube?
But Howard, every song is available on YouTube.
I see.
That's not how it works.
So why would they want it from iTunes?
Then you can download it on your phone. You can download
get
it
a pristine copy.
Oh, God. Have that on your phone?
Because you want the...
Benji would be the perfect... candidate for Mr. Cain to consult with, because he doesn't want to answer anything. He just stays on his own talking points.
That's right.
If I may ask.
Yes.
What's with all the tanning spray on Benji?
Yeah.
That blotchy cracker is darker than my dick.
It's so true. I mean, no offense, the song's horrible, and it's...
I think it's a beautiful...
I met a girl on J-Date, was looking for another playmate, but this may be my shirt, my fate. She's making me wait, and it hurts.
My shirt, what is that, like a dessert? That was like the Blumpkin pie I had with Miss Beautiful Ophelia.
My shirt. It's Yiddish theater.
Is that Yiddish?
Yeah.
It's a pain in my tuchus.
Right.
I met a girl on J-Date, was looking for another playmate, but this may be my shirt, my fate. She's making me wait, and it hurts. I know
Who
you're
wrote
tight,
this?
I think
but
the
I know
girlfriend.
they're right.
Wow.
I think the girlfriend.
Spend hours a day talking about things that we hate and we like.
It's even making me flaccid.
We're always on Skype. Nothing gets in the way.
You're flaccid right now, Mr. Cain?
Right now, man. That song, it just took it right out of me.
Right.
I couldn't if I had to.
I love hearing your voice and what you have to say. I don't know what I'm
You had to hear the arguing going on the wrap-up show. It was really quite extraordinary.
Over this?
Over this, yeah. It was John Lieberman and Benji, and they were just going berserk.
Greg, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, I love the Chuck Zito interview, but I didn't know if anybody noticed, but Benji actually sent out a tweet during the Chuck Zito interview promoting his single on iTunes.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that did come up. The news is already working on that. You probably shouldn't tweet while you're working.
Yeah, a bunch of fairies were running around the office yelling at me about that.
Who are the fairies?
Like everyone that was making a thing about that. First of all, I did not tweet.
So who did?
I assume Elisa did.
She's got access to your account?
Yeah.
Holy shit. You gave her your password?
Yeah.
Doesn't she have her own Twitter?
Yeah.
So why'd she tweet on yours?
Because more people
it's
are on
fun,
his.
Yeah.
So how do we know when something's from you and when something's from Elisa?
I don't know. I guess you have to ask me.
Benji, you need to take responsibility for it. Let's say it was Elisa. She knows you're on this show.
Right.
She knows there's an interview going on.
First of all,
it's irresponsible for you being in the state.
I don't think. Okay, so you want to address that? Is it irresponsible for me to give someone my password?
No. Is it irresponsible for a tweet from Benji Bronk, as far as I know online, comes out during an interview? I don't think
that's. I don't know. I do not think that's irresponsible.
Well, it is because
what is it? Are there going to be car wrecks or something?
No, but I don't think Howard wants to be distracting from the show while the show is on.
Okay, first of all, I don't think she doesn't have Sirius. So, but yeah, she could assume
she knows where you are.
You know this about Elisa. Nobody out there knows. They think it's coming from you.
So then they bring in John Lieberman, and then John goes at it with Benji.
I asked you, was this your tweet? Now you've had 2 hours to think about a good response that this was actually Elisa tweeting it out.
Say that
why not initially?
I'll tell you why, dude. I'll tell you. Let me fucking answer. Let me fucking answer. Let me fucking answer that question.
Let him fucking answer.
Because I don't like, and you guys, I like you as a person, as Ashkenazi.
Why? How do we know you even like him as a person?
It's on my Twitter.
As an Ashkenazi, shit, dude, just get to the point.
So fuck you, man. Anyway, listen. I don't like this thing with the news when they come and they assume a fact, and before the fact is proven, they start yelling at you about it and saying, people say it's disrespectful that you're doing this.
Okay, then let's pull the Howard TV tapes.
Yes.
And see at that time at 8:03.
And before that, you told me Jason says it's
but how is it not reasonable to assume that your Twitter, which you and
but don't go around saying, don't go around saying,
hear me out.
Hear me out.
You got your chance.
We did a story.
It was wild in there, but it's enough with Benji and this girlfriend. I'm telling you. But I did get distracted yesterday because everyone was handing me notes that Benji was tweeting.
So thank you, Benji.
I wasn't.
But you are. If your girlfriend's tweeting, you're tweeting. It's coming from your account.
But the problem that you have...
All right. But it did cause a disruption.
The problem that you guys have with it wasn't that the tweet came out. It was that you thought I was doing it.
Anyway,
that it was now coming into Howard while he's trying to interview Chuck Zito.
Robin.
Robin? That is my name.
Hi.
Anyway, Robin Ophelia, right?
Robin, do tweets from your account ever come on during the show?
Yes, and they're addressed.
Is that a distraction?
Yes, and it's not right.
It's not?
No, it's not
she admits when she's wrong.
I disagree with you, but if it's a policy, I'll address it.
Did you have this problem as a CEO of Godfather Pizza?
Yes, I had many problems, and I have to say, I'm sitting right next to Robin, and Robin, you remind me of Obama's famous word change, because every time I see your beautiful breasts, I have to change my sticky underpants.
Wow.
My goodness, do you think this is appropriate?
Doesn't matter. He's not running for
conversation. I guess he's no longer a candidate.
He's no longer a candidate.
Yeah.
He can say whatever he wants.
Now I can say what's on my mind.
Right.
And let me tell you something. There's a lot of hot chicks on the street.
Right.
I'm so upset that my wife knows what my shenanigans are now.
Right. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have run for president. Now your whole scene's been blown.
Everything's out.
I had some great foreign policy, though, Howard.
You did.
The country would have been a lot better had they listened to me. When I was at Godfather Pizza, there were times that I agreed with people, and there were times that I didn't agree, and sometimes I think we need to agree that we don't agree. However, sometimes I think I will not agree that we agree unless we can't agree because I can't agree to agree.
Well, you know what? You made a lot of sense.
That's about as clear as mud.
All right, so anyway, John Lieberman from the Howard 100 News, what do you have for us in the Howard 100
I just want to, and then I'll be done with Benji, I promise, but Howard, can you declare that no tweet should come out from the show from staffers' personal accounts? Do you agree with that?
During the show.
During the show from 6 until 10:30, is that a reasonable rule?
I don't think that people should be tweeting when they're supposed to be at work, working. Now, there's a technicality here. Benji's claiming it's his girlfriend. I don't know if, in fact, it could have been Benji's girlfriend. Maybe it wasn't. I would say concentrate while you're here. It's only 4 hours. And the rest of the day, tweet all you want. That would be a good rule, I would think.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it would be. Now, he's saying, listen, it was my girlfriend, so who knows? But I don't know what's going on.
At this point, I do...
Same effect, Howard.
Exactly, right. Robin, exactly. At this point, I believe that it was Benji's girlfriend from some other background we did. But regardless, the 80,000 followers of Benji... Believe that tweet came out, and that's all that matters.
And then what happens is I start getting calls and things in the office. Benji's tweeting during the show, and it becomes a big distraction.
Right.
So I would prefer not, but, what can I tell you? I mean, it's constant with this guy.
Oh, come on.
Now that this all started, and he's loving the attention.
I know, because here's the email. You ready? I don't believe Benji for 1 minute when he says he and his girlfriend sleep naked and they don't have sex. A normal woman is not going to sleep nude in the bed with a man unless she's going to fuck him. As a woman, I can tell you, when we love a man, we want sex as badly as he does. So why wait? Especially if you two are now, in love. Benji, she is using you so you can keep her name active on the radio. You know what? I don't believe that exactly, because I don't believe she could really live with herself if she has to sit there and fuck Benji for radio mentions.
I don't know this girl.
I don't think she would do that.
I don't know her. I don't know what she's capable of. I don't.
She seems like a nice girl.
Anything.
If she's with Benji only because she wants to get mentioned on the radio, that's horrible. I feel bad for her.
She's in love with me.
You know that.
She's yes.
Why is she still holding? I mean, are you guys still waiting on sex, intercourse?
I almost rather not talk about that because everyone's saying she gets so much shit about that, and I don't want to talk about that.
Well, that's fair enough.
It is.
If you were having sex with Benji, would you want people to know?
I wouldn't.
All right. That's fair. You're a woman. You can relate to that. If you for some reason went out of your mind and started having sex with Benji, do you really want it discussed?
It would have to be on the QT.
Right.
That's true.
That I understand.
Over my dead body.
Would you?
If Benji gets some of that too, before me.
Would you? If Robin said right now she'd have sex with you, Mr. Cain, you would do it, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Oh my. I would.
But you're married. Wait a minute. You're on the air. You're still married.
I don't think he realizes he's on the air.
If you thought Godfather's Pizza delivers in 30 minutes or it's free, wait till I get to you.
Oh my.
With my extra large.
You love her. She's your type.
She is Robin is absolutely so gorgeous. Robin, if you would put your hand inside my lap, I could get you to be the senator of Utah. Robin.
Yes.
Ophelia.
Robin Ophelia, you want to be the senator, don't you? Ophelia. All the way to Utah.
No, could he explain his position on abortion?
Yeah, talk real quick, and then I'll let John Lieberman, because John's a newsman. He might be able to ask you a few questions.
Well, I would like to, I think in general, Howard, that my campaign was misunderstood. I loved my time on the campaign trail.
Yes.
I loved meeting the Cubans in Florida. I learned how to say delicious in Cuban. Do you know what the word for delicious in Cuban is, Howard?
What is it?
Well, believe me, it's delicioso. And do you know delicious in Vietnamese? Do you know how you say that?
How do you say that?
Tong dong.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good. In Italian, it's delicioso. I got much more going on than that. Obama.
Yeah. Well, the question was, what is your stance on abortion? I'll let you think about it, because I really want you to be clear.
Yeah, really be clear this time.
Yeah, I really want you want to think about it while John doesn't it?
Yes, you go.
All right.
Let me
Take your time.
The last thing I want to do is be misunderstood.
Right.
5 months in a row.
Okay.
Hey, Howard, can I say one more thing about this?
No, I'm done with you.
When you were accused of, and it was wrong, you didn't do it, of buying the strip of the car.
Right.
You don't like when people, before they find out about it, if they go ahead and put that out there.
But Benji, it's not the same thing. In other words, this is your Twitter account.
Right.
You have tweeted before during the show, according to John, when we were in commercial break. Anything that comes out of your Twitter account, he's assuming
That's
you
fine,
tweet.
But I should be asked before they put it out.
It wasn't put out, Benji. This is what bothers me so much. Okay? People build stories all the time in journalism that don't get published or don't get broadcast because the facts change, things change. This story was not broadcast.
I didn't say it was broadcast.
Right, he was asking.
You just said it was put out.
Put out to people in the office.
I was conducting interviews to find out what the truth was.
The first thing was you should have checked with me.
I did, Benji, and you give me the same old bullshit.
You sang.
The first thing.
You sang.
Because I'd already heard it being talked about.
Benji, you just accused a man of not asking you first. He asked you and you do shtick and you sing.
He didn't ask me first.
He asked you and you sang. Why did you do that?
Who'd you ask first?
Benji, I asked Jason for his reaction to the tweet that came from your account.
Listen. You've gotten sucked into the Benji.
All right, I'm done. I'm done with it.
Listen
I'm done
to me,
with
John. Look at me. You're fairly new to this game. He sucks everyone in.
Right.
He does. This is what he does. And nobody cares. He's got you in his grip right now.
I do.
He does.
I do.
He's playing with you.
He's playing with you.
And now you're beshoot.
I'm done with it.
Good. That's what I'm saying.
Let's move on.
I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah, and I appreciate
You're going to
that.
go out of your fucking mind otherwise. You're arguing with a guy who he wants this.
I will continue to hold Benji, in addition to everybody else, accountable.
If you wanted to kill a starving man, you know what you do? You don't feed him. You're feeding him.
You're feeding the vortex.
You're feeding it. You're in the Benji vortex.
And I'm getting dizzy.
Mr. Cain, are you ready to discuss abortion?
Yes, I do.
What is your opinion on abortion?
Well, Howard, I want to be 100% clear on this. I want to leave absolutely no stone unturned.
Yes.
I am 70% against abortion.
70%.
And 40% for it.
Right. Who are you, Sal?
In fact, I would like to say I firmly stand for a woman's right to choose, except in cases involving rape, incest, or pregnancy.
I see. So you're for a woman's right to get
choose.
an abortion.
Yes.
Unless she's been raped.
I think I am for a woman's right to choose unless she chooses not to sleep with me.
No, you're for a woman's right to choose unless she is raped.
Yes.
Or has
incest.
Or has sex.
Or is pregnant.
Is pregnant.
Right.
Oh.
That would change everything. That's a game changer, Howard.
Right. You see why I can't get a straight answer out of Mr. Cain? He says he's for it and against it at the same time. All right, listen, John, let's get back to Howard 100.
All right, let's get to a couple headlines quickly. We've wasted too much time.
You're not kidding. The whole show's been a waste of time, quite frankly.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's start with a little bit of Sal news. Sal getting assaulted in the coffee room after running his mouth, and we have the exclusive audio and the video at Howard 100 News. It started with Sal running into Jason Ellis. You had Jason on the other day, SiriusXM host, recent guest. Sal cracked some jokes about Jason's tattoos. The next thing you know, Jason lands a solid kick right on Sal's thigh, and this was for real.
Wow.
We gave Howard TV the videotape. Sal starts writhing in pain. He needs aspirin. The next day, he comes in limping a little bit.
The tattoo on your face?
Hey,
I thought Mike Tyson had bad ink. Holy shit.
Love is blind. Love is blind.
Yeah, and so is your tattoo artist.
What is that, a heart?
Yeah. With an A in it?
Yeah.
What does the A stand for?
Andrea.
Oh. Who's Andrea?
I lied. It actually stands for,
Anal.
Asking.
That hurt so bad. Oh, God.
This was a serious assault in the coffee room, all because Sal couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Well, Sal thinks when someone's a guest on the show, they become his property, and everyone gets him and understands him. So what did he say to Jason about his tattoo?
He mumbled like, "What's the A on your face for? Asshole or anal?"
Oh my
stuff
God.
like that.
Wow.
And then Ellis just wasn't having it. And now we have learned that some of this was planned out, premeditated by Ellis, because he had his producer trail him with a camera. Ellis wanted to attack Sal earlier in the day.
Really?
Up here, because Ellis just thinks Sal is kind of a smart ass and, was cracking stuff up here. So he actually planned it, grabbed Cullen, his producer, with the camera to document this attack in the kitchen. You'll see it on Howard TV. We gave them the video. It's good video.
But he doesn't like Sal, is what you're saying. That's real.
He doesn't like Sal's remarks. He doesn't like Sal's smart-ass attitude about everything, and he took this opportunity to land a solid kick on Sal.
But he can't go around setting, punching people out and stuff, right? Over here at work. But, but Sal, you got to watch what the fuck you say.
Leave people alone.
Yeah. What did you say?
Well, first of all, Alice and I do get along.
Right.
Okay.
And apparently what I didn't know is that all day long, just as a goof, because Alice is into martial arts and whatnot, he was kicking people in the leg.
Right.
And I fell into his trap because when I saw him, I started making fun of his tattoo on his face. I said, I thought Mike Tyson fucked up his face. Holy shit, look at you.
Right.
And we were giggling, and then I said, what's the A for, asshole? And then boom, the kick came in.
Wow.
But
why did you say that? You don't even know the guy.
No, Alice and I have spoken quite a bit off the air.
Come on.
No, I was in the lunchroom.
Sal, he going up to a guy and calling him an asshole?
Well, you have to remember, Howard.
What are you, Don Rickles without the jokes?
No. We were just kind of we've done that type of banter before, but I wasn't aware that Ellis.
Is it a joke if you go up to a guy and hit him in the head with a hammer?
Not if you've spoken to
you're
before.
Going up to a guy, hey, what are you, A for asshole? Who's going to like hearing that?
Well, it's Alice, and we have joked around in the past. I wouldn't do that to a complete stranger.
Mr. Cain, is he reading the situation improperly?
I just want to say, Howard, in this holiday season,
yeah,
we need to be together. We need to love one another. And I want to wish my Nubian princess Robin a happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes, and Herman has a special gift for you, baby, neatly wrapped in my pants.
Wow, all right.
He doesn't even hear Sal.
You are super focused on Robin.
I can't help myself.
Robin Ophelia.
Ophelia.
So I took my shot like a man. I did break his balls, and I'm good with it. And we were just having some fun.
Were you bruised?
Yeah, I was limping for quite a while.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
Sal said he would never do this to a complete stranger, but didn't you walk up to Russell Simmons and say that you were the white devil and start goofing on him?
I didn't goof on him, but I did imply that I was joking about
dangerous,
myself.
I swear.
Not anymore.
You're dangerous to yourself.
Yeah. I've been in quite a few altercations like that by opening my mouth.
There's one more good Sal story that we have, and one of my more interesting moments here at the show so far. Sal nearly slept through his stop recently on the train, but the guy next to him, a guy named Mitch Cohen, was nice enough to wake him up. Well, Sal gets off the train. He starts banging on the window and pointing to this guy and pointing at the ticket that Sal had left wedged in front of the seat because Sal still had $93 left on a $100 ticket.
Oh.
So Sal is wildly gesturing, according to Mitch Cohen. Mitch is a fan of Sal's. Mitch goes home, Googles, finds Sal's email address, emails Sal. Long story short, comes up here, delivers the ticket. Sal gives him a tour. While I'm interviewing both of them, Sal turns to Mitch and goes, I am so thankful to you. If you had a vagina, I'd bang you right now.
Wow.
To this stranger that he just met. And I'm thinking to myself, where the hell am I?
You're on the Howard Stern Show, you fucking idiot. That's where you are. I mean, what type of question is that?
This guy's a complete stranger.
So what?
He delivered me, and you're talking about shaving his asshole and all this stuff.
In other words, Sal, you don't know the sensibilities of the guy.
Yes, that's very true.
That's John's point.
Yeah, well,
it's the same with Jason Ellis. You don't really know him. You're calling him an asshole. I mean, people are going to get steamed.
But is it right for Ellis to carry a camera with a premeditated?
No, it's not.
Well, that's another issue.
Mr. Cain,
yes,
what do you make of all this people's...
First of all, I want to say Mitch Cohen.
Yeah.
He saved you, Sal.
He sure did.
Thank God for the Irish. That's number one.
Mr. Cain, what do you make of people, they can't get along? Is that the problem in the country?
Absolutely. People aren't brave enough, Howard. They need, this country needs a real man for president. For example, myself, I had colon cancer. It metastasized to my liver. I was given 30% chance of survival. But here I am in your beautiful, serious studio, running for president practically, and cheating on my wife.
Right. But you're not running for president.
Well, let's see that Mormon pussy Romney get as much dookie as I did.
Well, we'll see. All right. Well, you're a fascinating man. Anything else, John?
Howard,
yeah.
I just want to bring up one more Sal thing. Didn't you go in and tell Jon Stewart you didn't think he was that funny when he hosted the Grammys?
Yeah, that's true. And that was
Sal doesn't think.
No, but I'm trying to think more.
Debbie the Pet Lady, as long as John Lieberman is defending himself, Debbie the Pet Lady's on the phone claims she's pissed at John Lieberman. Do you know about this?
I think so.
I heard a report about Debbie on the news yesterday.
It's weird being a reporter. Everyone gets pissed at you, right? I mean,
I'm used to it. It's just a different dynamic here.
Yeah. Debbie, what's the grief? What's the
beef?
The beef, not the grief. What's the beef?
Hello?
Debbie?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, what's your beef with John?
I know, I am fucking stupid. That John is a fucking piece of shit, all right? He was supposed to help me go after the fucking Ed Stern, okay?
All right, you talking about Ass Napkin Ed?
Fucking shit on me. And you knew you weren't supposed to post that shit on me. I told you when he was using that shit against me.
What is going on?
Debbie, Debbie, how many hours have I spent calming you down over the past 3 days? How many conversations have we had? And you told me yesterday, I'm your saving grace. Did you not tell me I'm your saving grace yesterday?
I never told you were my saving grace.
You didn't? I have it on tape.
Fucking lie, you little fucking lie. Play that shit back then, fuckface, okay?
Why is she so upset?
Here's why she's upset.
Debbie, have a little respect. He's a newsman.
I'm sorry for your news, but they're in cahoots, these two.
Are you in cahoots with Ass Napkin Ed?
Okay?
Wait. Who's in cahoots, Debbie?
You're in cahoots with that Shelly fuck bitch, too, okay?
I believe she's referring to Shuli.
I know you're down with that fuckface, and don't play me. You're all trying to cover up, and you won't let me tell the truth. And you want to.
What is she talking about, John?
Here's what she's.
You're wrong, me.
let me boil it down.
You took the job?
No, don't mention the shit. And I want it off the news now.
What is the cover-up?
Let me boil it down. Debbie was very upset that Ass Napkin Ed allegedly was threatening her over the weekend to release some personal information about her. Okay? She said she wanted to get out in front of it so that Ed wouldn't somehow start spinning his own tail. Okay. So she revealed to me some details about her criminal past. She revealed details about her criminal past to me. Yes. She said we should broadcast it, in fact, because she wanted her side out there before Ed could reveal it. Now, Debbie, we told the story in a very fair way. In fact, I said that it was 30 years ago, it was in your past, and now you're moving forward with your life.
What happened, Debbie? What was the criminal act? Debbie.
What? How?
What was it? I didn't know you had a criminal past. What is the past?
Doesn't matter, because the whole fucking world knows now.
Well, why'd you tell everyone?
I didn't tell them. I told the stupid news. Fuck.
Well, that's the news. That's what they do.
No.
Wait, maybe Mr. Cain can say something here. Can you say something to Debbie?
Yes, I would like to say that.
President here. I'm sorry.
No. I just want to say, when I hear all that screaming and crying and cursing, reminds me I got a phone home.
Right. You've got some explaining to do. All right, Debbie.
Well, you know, it's for the President of the United States. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but, you know, you shouldn't be playing around on the air the way you are with the sexual shit, okay? Because
what about that? She's making a good point.
Be doing this on the air.
Well, I would like to address
You're making yourself really look like shit now, and it's
Mr. Cain, Debbie says that you're making light of sexual harassment, and she doesn't like it as a woman.
Debbie,
that's why you shouldn't even be a president.
Let him answer.
Let
him answer you,
Debbie. Let me address your question and comment.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to. Debbie,
I have no respect for you.
Hold on a
Sorry,
second.
I'm just in a bad
Let him answer, Debbie. Let him answer, and then we'll get back to your
gosh,
problem.
I feel like Rodney Dangerfield.
Right, getting no respect.
None at all.
Right.
Okay, now Debbie, you've heard of LBJ?
Yes.
And JFK?
Right.
Well, I'm PPP.
Right.
Pizza, politics, and pussy.
Well, you're making a joke, and that's what Debbie doesn't like.
That's what she doesn't want.
You're a congressman in the United States, going to be a president.
Well, he's not a congressman.
He was never a congressman.
I was this close, Debbie.
He was almost a president.
Playing around like this because it's making you look more bad, disrespectful to the United States of America here.
Right. What do you say to Debbie and the women out there?
What are you doing on Howard's show anyway? I don't understand.
Well, Debbie, we want him on. I mean,
I would
this
like
is an
to
exclusive.
Say, and this is an exclusive, and I purposely came here to Howard's show. It's the only place I would go.
Howard Stern.
I mean, Debbie, this is a big deal for
me. Debbie.
Yeah, don't get in our way.
Now listen, Debbie, if you came to the studio.
I didn't come up here to fight with the president. I'm sorry.
All right, but Debbie, he's not the president, but he does want to answer your accusation.
But I would like to say, Howard, I mean this too.
Yeah,
I would like to shove my tongue down Debbie's throat if I didn't think she'd run to fucking Gloria Allred.
Right. Well, Debbie, look.
Oh, he's making me sick. I can't.
All right, I'm gonna shut him up and let you get back to John Lieberman.
Please, I'm not.
John, you say Debbie called you, from what I understand, that she had some sort of criminal thing that she wanted to get off her chest before anybody found out about it.
That is correct. So, Debbie, let me ask you this:
John, the truth here. Tell the fucking truth, okay? Because I called you up. I had all the proof on Ed, what he was doing to me, how he was making threats and going to get people to hate me off the Stern Party thing and everything else.
Debbie, I was protecting you by not releasing secretly recorded conversations. You recorded Ed secretly. I was protecting you by not releasing that.
That sounds very nice.
I have to record him secretly because you know what he lies about me. He's been trying to get me off the Stern show. Now he did it.
Debbie, you're not going to be off the Stern show.
Yes, you are going to take me off.
No, I'm not.
You don't want to deal with me. I'm a sick fuck now. Everybody thinks I'm a psycho fucking perfect, and they don't
Debbie,
understand me.
Ed doesn't control this show. I do. No, I control it. How do you figure Ass Napkin Ed controls this show?
You have no clue what he did to me.
Well, without your knowledge, he's doing it, apparently.
Messages with Will and everybody. They filled out the machine. I'm sure him and his little buddies there.
Debbie, how could Ed get you off the show?
And I'm not the sicko.
How could Ed get you off the show?
Pull.
He's got pull. I'm the guy. I'm Howard Stern. I'm telling you.
And
no
you never
pull.
talk to Ed.
I never speak to Ed.
God, pull with your peoples there, Howard. Not you. Your peoples.
They don't. These people don't have any influence on me.
Got the pull.
So what is the criminal background?
Debbie, I heard the report and I thought it was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she's really changed her life. You never hear a story like that.
Well, like I said, yeah, I had problems with my pants. I didn't want to.
You had problems? Well, it sounds uplifting. You straightened yourself out.
I did. I had a bad past. You know, nobody wants.
Mr. Cain, isn't that what it's about?
Everybody gotta know it now. Because
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Cain, isn't that what it's about? People like Debbie, Americans who can turn it around.
Second chances.
Absolutely. Howard, I could not agree with you anymore. May I ask you a question,
Sure.
Howard? Where's the best place to jerk off here at Sirius? I've been doing a lot of pumping off since my wife found out about my shenanigans.
All right. But listen, Debbie, I think it's great. I don't know what you did. I didn't hear the report.
Thank God you didn't hear the report.
Tell me what you did.
Put the report away. Put it away.
All right, but what did you do?
I was in jail, okay?
For what?
It was a long time ago. It was attempt murder. It was original charge was attempt.
You lost your temper, I guess?
Attempt murder, and he dropped it down. I had to take a plea to assault, and he gave me a 2 to 6 sentence.
Well, it sounds like you've gotten your anger issues under control.
I do.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
All right.
I haven't had any bad problems since then. I've been a good father and everything else. I'm not a bad person. I don't want people to fucking twist this shit around.
I think you're terrific. I like you.
Yeah, Howard, would you fucking hire me after you found out? Shout it!
Wow.
Wow. All right, well.
Just another day in the Howard 100 newsroom.
All right. Thank you, John Lieberman. You've done an excellent job, I guess. It sounds like you're in the trenches. This is a guy. John used to be a legitimate newsman, you know. Let me tell you, Mr. Cain, it has been an honor to have you here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And thank you for letting me state my case, Howard.
Is there anything you'd like to say? I'm not asking any specific questions.
I think that, he had to drop out of the race, suspend his campaign, and I don't really think that he had a chance to say everything that he wants to say.
If I may, I'd like to give you a forum now. Is there one statement you can leave us with before you leave today?
Absolutely.
Right.
Howard, my campaign does continue. Howard, I started a website, thecainsolutions.com. There, I list my ideas, proposals, and plans to make this country great again.
Yes.
And at the top of my list, get Robin topless.
T-O-P-L-E-S.
Ophelia.
Well,
yum, yum.
Robin, that's got to be pretty heady stuff for you. This guy was almost the Republican nominee.
Pretty amazing, yeah.
That's right, yep. Toke, you say you're a Herman Cain fan, right?
Yeah, if I knew that Herman Cain was this funny, I would have backed him the whole way.
You're now a fan.
Now you're a fan. You know, Mr. Cain.
I'm a fan now.
You can still donate to my campaign.
Toke does make a good point. Today, you're showing yourself to be a fun guy. You're open and honest. Does the campaign, in a way, force you to be something you're not?
It does, Howard. It makes me think of things that I don't otherwise think of, so that when I do think of them, they are thoughts, but not necessarily well thought out.
Right. And, I think a lot of people can learn from you.
And I think Robin should give him some.
Could you convince Robin? Can you say something?
You'd have to be very persuasive.
It's clear you want to go out with her.
There are some things. Robin, when I hear you speak, I get a raging hot on. So come on, Robin. Are you ready to raise a little Cain?
Wow.
How's that? I think I'm winning her over, Howard.
You are winning her over.
Robin, just for me. Do
these lines really work?
Don't you want to raise a little Cain, Robin? Come on.
Just for me, Robin.
What?
Just say, "Oh, Herman, it feels so good." Oh, yeah.
You're one of those guys who sometimes I hear you talk about yourself. You call yourself Herman Cain. I mean, you talk in the third person.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because
is that effective?
Herman Cain believes that Herman Cain's effectiveness is based upon Herman Cain's ability to connect with Herman Cain's public.
Right.
So in conclusion to this particular statement, I would like to say that Herman Cain is one fine individual who you will look for on the next ticket, because Herman Cain draws people and people love Herman.
All right. Well, I don't know what your future is going to be, but wish you the best. I mean, I don't like the shenanigans with the women.
Why?
Well, because listen, you can't you can't go around harassing people. You understand? Although you're doing a great job of it today with Robin.
Is it harassment when I'm offering cash?
Wow.
No.
At that point, isn't it business, Howard?
Yeah.
And isn't this country based on capitalism?
Absolutely. And you love it.
Cash for service, service for cash.
You love Robin, and that's what I love.
Robin.
And I love Robin too. That we agree on. Agree on.
Where is the door to that glass booth?
Nobody somebody point that out.
I would like to get right up next to that glass booth right now and do a scene from Midnight Express.
Well, Robin, you've always charmed every one of our guests.
I guess. I had no idea.
And you've done it again.
Herman Cain, 2016.
2016. Make your check out now, brother.
All right. Thank you, Toke. All right. Mr. Cain, thank you again.
I'm sure you're very busy trying to avoid your wife.
Yes, I have to hop on a plane as soon as I get out of here because I can tell she's close by.
And, you got a lot of explaining to do to your wife.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But you know what, Howard? Chicks dig me.
They do, evidently.
You can talk her down, right?
You can say whatever you want. Chicks dig me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they like my message. It's clear, it's concise, and I'm packing in my pants.
Right. It's 999 is your message.
999. I got it, baby.
I think it's referring to inches.
Yes. 9 inches, 9 inches. That's 9 inches long, 9 inches around.
Right.
And the other one is just a pizza because you get hungry after all that fucking. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Well, let me tell you something. It's been an honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming in here. I'm getting to know you a lot better.
If I do become president,
yes,
you know who I'll ask for vice president.
Well, you're only suspended, huh?
I only suspended my campaign.
Who will be the vice president?
First of all, let me tell you who the first lady will be.
Yes.
Robin Ophelia. The first lady of the United States. Robin Ophelia. And you will be my vice president.
One thing I know is Robin always tried to work her name Ophelia into, and you say it and you love the name Ophelia.
I'm ready to drop it.
You don't like it? Creeps you out?
It's not only a name, it's a command.
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. I do declare, these lights, or is it just...
By the way, coming up next, Joe Paterno to profess his love to Robin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, and Jim Sandusky for his love for Robin's nephew.
Right. Well, you have really charmed everyone.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here. And I do
you
hope
answered
I come
some
back
tough
again.
questions. Yes, absolutely. And you've answered a lot of tough questions.
And I hope I put to rest the concept of me beating around the bush or not being well informed. You understand?
Right. No, you seem to really be up on the issues.
I say bring our boys out. Get those troops out of Greenland.
We're not in Greenland. Let me tell you something. I know you're joking about that, but you've said a lot of...
I hope he's joking.
I think you're joking. You've said a lot of very intelligent things.
Thank you,
especially
sir.
about Robin.
They are from the heart.
Right. And I like that you're faithful to Robin, at least.
Absolutely. Right. I only wish that when I was in charge of Taco Bell that I could have had
Taco Bell.
I wanted a chance with Robin's Taco.
Well, you work for
Bell.
I thought it was Godfather.
I think you're joking, right?
I'm kidding. You know that I'm only kidding.
I see.
Hardly. What I wouldn't do to you, baby.
Well, the pizza pies you made, has there ever been a pizza pie as beautiful as Robin?
No, there has never been one as beautiful as Robin. I want to get the toppings of those gorgeous black boobies right on top of that pizza.
Right.
No beverage necessary.
All right. Well, listen, you are a great man to come in here and try to seduce
most
Robin.
people would run and hide with what's been going on with you.
Hardly. I thought I was clear with all my policies, and I was absolutely upfront with all my extracurricular marital
You were the front runner. The problem is they started looking into you and they ruined you.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I would have thought that they would just say, oh, well, here comes a nice bright man. Make him president.
I figured, you had written a book, you got on there, and you said you're running for president. Nobody expected you to even get 1% of the vote. And all of a sudden, you became the front runner, and that fucked you up. You never expected that.
I never expected that.
Right.
I knew I was going to do well.
Right.
But I didn't think I would win out this early. You know that Mitt Romney, he was nervous, and Gingrich, he was nervous. They were all nervous for me because people liked what I was saying.
Right.
Educate the youngsters so that they can realize how stupid they are.
Right.
That's my message, Howard.
It's a good message, I'll
Thank
tell you that. I'm the biggest idiot on the planet, and I believe that. All right, Robin. Well, there's your new boyfriend, Herman Cain.
Yes, I'm glad he's very busy.
Are you turned on by Mr. Cain at all? Any of the things he said? I mean, sexually?
No.
No.
Be honest. Later on at night, we both know that when you are alone in your bed, you're going to reach for your favorite vegetable and go, oh, Herman.
You think she's going to name her carrot Herman?
I think, with all due respect to me, Howard, an English cucumber.
Right.
Did you know that if you looked inside my pants, you would see who dresses me? Banana Republic.
Wow.
And I would like to have my moment in the sun with my Nubian princess.
Okay.
Can we get him out of here?
Yeah, he just won't stop. All right. Thank you so much, Mr.
Pleasure.
Cain. Pleasure to see you, and thank you for coming by. And let's take a break. Everyone's heard a lot, and everyone's reeling from this.
Let's calm down.
And we'll be back right after these words. And thank you to Mr. Herman Cain. I know you're very big. Where are you going now? You have somewhere to be, right?
I will be stalking Robin's apartment.
Right. You're going over to Robin's apartment right now.
Oh, Ophelia.
I'll give you a couple of plugs on your website or whatever you want at the end. You know, I just didn't want to break things.
That is uncanny, and watching you do it is amazing.
Well, it's weird. It took me a while to get used to it. It's weird watching you do it.
Yeah.
So I kept looking away.
I know.
Then you got into the rhythm, and it was great. Really.
It's from the heart.
I'm laughing how many of those lines that Sal wrote that I think weren't even jokes.
Right.
You know, like Sal wrote this one about, I have to go change my sticky underwear. Like, I'm pretty sure that happened to Sal.
Yeah, right.
Well, thank you, man.
Oh, buddy, thanks for having me.
Really good. That was awesome. That was a lot of
Thanks, man. Howard.
Hey, thanks.
All right, then. And so it was.
Mr. Cain.
Yes, sir.
Valid attempt at trying to secure Miss Ophelia Quivers, but
I think that she digs me. I think I have a chance. And you might look at me right now and say, there's no way in the world that she will ever come back to your hotel room. But I know she will. You know why?
Why is that, Mr. Cain?
I took her driver's license. She has to come back.
Well played, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Great job today.
Thank you, sir. And look for me in 2016. I will be harassing the multitudes.
Sal. What? Given your past, a couple errors you've made in judgment, a couple lapses in judgment with guests. Yeah. Do you feel because of that, this Ellis ordeal is being blown way out of proportion?
Yeah, maybe because of my track record. That's a good way of asking that question. Yeah, perhaps.
I noticed when he came in here, I was interviewing you and Richard at the time. He came up behind you guys, was making gestures, and so it's clear that you guys have some type of.
Yeah, we certainly have some sort of relationship. He's certainly not a complete stranger. You know, he's far from a complete stranger. So I was surprised that he kicked me, but then again, like I said, he had a premeditated agenda to do so. He had Cullen with his camera and whatnot. But the funny thing is that I certainly gave him an opportunity to kick me. If I just would have kept my mouth shut and he kicked me, then, he would have come off looking like the idiot. But instead, I come off and I break his balls. He ends up kicking me. It's kind of like it's an even match. I was just like a bear that walked right into the trap. I made it so easy for Jason Ellis. But it's all good. I can handle a kick to the leg. I've been kicked down a lot more than that.
I found your commentary. Your reaction to John Lieberman's commentary pretty interesting. Do you have beef with News? Does News kind of piss you off, the whole premise of Howard 100 News?
No, News doesn't piss me off. I think they do a very, very good job. It's their job to, investigate and interrogate. That's what they do. They do it well. And I like John Lieberman a lot. I think he's really, really good at what he does. Here's a man who replaced Steve Langford. So, come on. You can't get bigger and better than that. Steve Langford was great, and he filled his shoes, and John's doing a good job. So, they always have to kind of put a spin on things, and they have to act like they're bewildered by certain things that are said. And then Sal said, if you had a vagina, I'd fuck you. Well, that was my way of saying thank you. What better way to thank somebody by fucking them? Right?
The ultimate gift is getting banged by Sal, I'm sure.
You see, somebody does something nice for you. What do you want to do?
Bang him.
Bang him.
And what better gift than to be banged by Sal Governale?
I think.
Well, whether it's Sal Governale, whether it's Greg Carmel, I don't know if you could bang these things with that belly, but anyway, people do like.
Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate.
You're gonna get banged.
John.
Yes.
Got a lot off your chest in there with Benji.
Yeah.
Something like that could only perhaps help your situation with him, but with Benji, it's just It's an awkward arrangement.
Yeah, I mean, the strange thing with Benji is that I think he counts on people getting sucked into the vortex and then backing down. I really have no intention of backing down. I'm going to be at the elevator every morning seeing if he's here on time. I'm going to be watching his tweets. This is my job. Benji's not the only person I cover. Benji's one of hundreds of people I cover. I'm not going to change the way I do things at all. Benji doesn't scare me. He doesn't intimidate me. Benji is just another person that I cover, and I'll continue to do it.
In a way, is Howard 100 News Benji's worst nightmare in that you make him explain his shtick, his bullshit. Whereas Howard sometimes would get bored with it, or at other times indulge it and laugh about it. You guys uncover the truth behind it.
Yeah, and my point is this. Benji always wants the attention. He's starving for attention, but he doesn't want to be held accountable. We hold him accountable in addition to giving him attention, quite frankly, and that's the part he doesn't like. He wants the attention without the accountability, and that's not going to happen.
Well, let's go to Tim. Tim, you're on the air.
Howard.
Tim's from Gilbert, Arizona.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, now.
Hey, real quick about all the Benji stuff. I'd rather see you guys take a sick day than this Benji business is over the top, and he's not funny.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, we're going to put a halt to that.
Yeah, I've put a moratorium on Benji and his girlfriend antics. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
It's just too much of it. And hey, also...
It'd be interesting. It would be interesting if, he told you what was really going on.
Yeah, but all the shtick and the lying, and either way, she's going to dump him if she's successful. She's going to dump him if she's not.
Right.
Howard.
I don't know that's going to happen.
Howard, what am I lying about?
Like when I ask you if you guys are romantic and you're like...
We
no.
are.
No, I'm talking about intercourse and stuff.
I said we hadn't yet.
Right. I don't believe you. I don't. I think that's a lie. It's really not?
I really want to get away from talking about because this is someone I really do love and have a real relationship with.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Had I had sex with her yet? No.
Okay. So you haven't had sex with her?
No.
We've done it again. We're talking.
Yeah. I'm done with this. Stop it, Robin.
It's like
go
Robin's
away,
fault.
Ben.
You're mad at me for.
I'm not mad at you.
Honestly.
So I'm saying I don't care. Like it doesn't feel
but you
organic.
asked me about it, and
it just feels like one big shtick.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's anything real going on.
What doesn't? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think I'm getting to the real story, and that's what I'm about. When I talk to people, I get reality.
This is someone we were friends.
Right.
I was totally chasing her.
Right.
And then she got
You're letting him do it to you.
Right,
I don't care.
Okay, thank you, Robin.
But don't say I'm lying.
Don't care.
Right. Okay, you're not lying. You just I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
If we stop talking about it, nobody will say you're lying.
Right. You're not lying. It's just hard to believe a guy who's got beard dye is telling the truth. And a fake earring.
He's talking to me. We're not talking to you.
No, but it's like you're saying.
So, Robin,
you're saying I'm lying.
What's going on with you?
I'm claiming that I didn't sleep with someone.
You seen anybody?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay. Tell Fred. He wants to hear it.
No, I don't, actually.
Right.
I'm not. You guys are bringing it up, not me.
A while ago, right? Oh, it was?
Because we
Talk
know
about the level of animosity you have towards John right now, or your feelings towards John.
She loves you, bad boy.
He's doing too much. No, I think we actually have a real friendly relationship.
He alluded to that.
I didn't, I didn't like what he did. We have a disagreement about that. We have an honest disagreement about it. You guys could say like, oh, I'm making a big deal about something that's not a big deal, but it's being made into a big deal that I did something wrong, and what I didn't do anything wrong. So I could understand him thinking it was me, but before it was all put out there, I should have been checked with. Or should have been checked with more, or should have been very, very clear that it wasn't sure that I was. You didn't know if I was tweeting in the studio.
So had he posed the question, Benji, I noticed that a new tweet, came from your account this morning. Was it you? Would that have been the proper way to start the line of questioning?
It should have been to me first. It was like that time that there was like a misunderstanding that Sal skipped out on a credit card bill. The news did, and it should have been verified first that he did that before it was reported that he did that, or before people were asked about Sal doing that.
But what if his only true way of verifying it was to ask you? But
no, before he asked me, he asked other people in the office.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that in the studio?
Joe Frazier dead at the age of 67. He passed away yesterday after a battle with cancer. He was a great fighter and had 3 legendary fights with Muhammad Ali.
Knocked Ali on his ass. Legendary left hook, right? He had a very strong...
Yeah, nobody ever saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Boxing was always a huge deal in my house. My father always watched the fights, and I remember being in 4th grade. It was the first Ali-Frazier fight, which I couldn't see. But, when I started working on the show, and we got Joe Frazier to come on the show, I was excited because Joe was a huge deal. He was one of the great boxers of my generation. Ali was the greatest, but you always need a great opponent to show how great you are. And that was, Frazier was that for Ali, so I loved having Joe Frazier on the show.
I think a true boxing fan would say that boxing skills, strictly boxing skills, and a powerful left hook, Frazier might have it over him.
Of course he does.
Ability-wise.
I just watched a documentary about the last fight between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. And there were a lot of things at the time I was growing up that I didn't know about Joe Frazier that I have learned in the interim. And he really was an incredibly generous guy, a guy who loved people, and he loved being a star, and he was incredibly unrecognized.
People say you're a soft touch, that whoever needed help, you would just give them your money.
That's right, I would help.
And now
if I think he's worth it. I love people.
You do. You like greeting the people, talking to them. You're a champion, and that's it.
The one thing that always came through with Joe that I found interesting was he really never got over the fact that he didn't get the respect he deserved, especially from Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali has said, if your manager hadn't thrown in the towel, he doubts he could have gotten up to finish the fight. It was the only thing that saved him was you throwing in the towel. And you didn't want to throw in any towel. No. Some doctor said that if you took another punch, your brain would explode. Yeah, and you said, fuck that, I'm going in the ring. Would you fight Muhammad Ali right now? Why not? Why don't we set it up? Kick that motherfucker's ass once and for all.
Fight number 4?
Fight number 4. Thriller Manila, right here. I'll set it up.
Joe Frazier was one of the greatest boxers, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I remember being a kid, watching those fights with Ali, and he was the only guy who could really stand toe-to-toe with Ali. But those fights, man, were just legendary. And the great thing about Joe Frazier wasn't only his boxing acumen, but he was a real personality, which is no small feat because Ali was such a big personality with the rhyming and all the things that he did. But Joe was just a funny guy who had a great sense of humor, and when he came on this show, you got to see that side of him in a lot of ways.
I said, this scam booger is talking about me like...
Say it.
He don't like me.
Holy mackerel.
I said, give me the power.
Yeah.
The energy to know how to kill that scam booger.
Ali is, the greatest of all time. I still say he's the greatest of all time, but Joe Frazier is pretty damn close to that. And
called you a gorilla and made
that was after.
That was after.
Yeah, before was when the money
after,
came.
And then he
after he called him a gorilla.
Joe has been such a great guest on our show over the years. Responsible.
A great friend to the show.
He is. He's the greatest. And I told you, he's the greatest boxer of all time, and he's the greatest guy of all time. Robin's in love with Muhammad Ali.
Oh, stop
She's
it,
over there looking at his magic tricks, telling him he's a genius.
Yes.
He was doing magic tricks for her.
Told me you get back. Why? I say it's too goddamn late for them tricks now, man. You should have had them tricks.
He was trying to
had them tricks 20 years ago. He was trying to get on that left hook way. You know what I mean?
He was trying to show you the magic trick.
Yeah, he was trying. I told him it's too late.
Too late. No magic.
Well, every time Joe Frazier came in, he always said hello to me and hugged me like he knew me. But I'm pretty sure he didn't know my name and never remember me. But he was such a nice guy. His entourage was great. I loved his son Marvis. I loved his nephew that turned out to not really be his nephew. Tyrone used to come in a lot, and all the people that were with him. We're really just a nice group of people.
That's right. Let me sing the praises of the Lord off key. Thank you. Now go ahead, Marvis. Take over.
Well, Lord is good, man. He woke us up this morning, Howard. He gave us a new day. Look how God has blessed you.
Marvis, you preach like you box.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah.
You got to get in the ring, man. You're putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
Joe Frazier, not only was he a phenomenal boxer, but he was one of the best guests ever on the Howard Stern Show. He just lit up the airwaves when he was on the air. So funny, so charismatic. and just so great, top to bottom.
You won't lick a girl's vagina?
No, not right now.
And you never done any gay stuff, right? In your whole life? Never.
Oh, no.
Never.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I love Joe on the show because Joe was just funny. There was that time he came in and he started talking about spoopledoop, which I think was really funny. And then I always thought when he accidentally fell, even though people falling isn't funny, it really is. And when Joe accidentally fell and we made that the end of our CBS TV show for like 2 years, sort of like Mary Tyler Moore's cat meowing at the end. I love that. Joe just came in, he always had a story, whether it was cutting his toe off in the lawnmower or a lot of things. But, Joe was just a part of the family.
What does that mean when a man has 4 or 5 different wives?
Not doing the job.
You're not doing the job, right? But the women he's not doing the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amen.
He had a great sense of humor about himself and about the situations he was put in. So whether it was bringing in, Marvis or someone else, or him just coming in on his own, he was an entertainer first, and that's why he succeeded. You almost forgot he was a legendary boxer who can beat the crap out of anybody around. He was more of an entertainer. You saw that personality shine, and Howard really took to it. And of course, Howard saying that Joe Frazier was the greatest of all time, knowing Robin was such a big Ali guy, always made it interesting. So even though Howard doesn't know anything about sports, he did know about Smoking Joe Frazier.
You know why they remember you? Because you pounded him so bad, all he could do is one magic trick.
Yeah.
And it's the same goddamn magic trick.
I told him as
Made says he will always remember Frazier with respect and admiration. Ali, who was involved in 3 legendary fights with Frazier, also said the world has lost a great champion.
Right.
George Foreman.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a dead bee.
Joe Frazier got me, can't you see?
Joe, even though you're gone, your voice will live on with the Stern Show, and we miss you, buddy.
Rest in peace, pal.
Your black heart soars with the angels. As your voice fills.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Joe?
How are y'all? Hello, Howard, world. How y'all been? My name is Joe Frazier.
You sing
Welcome once again. We have one of the greatest pugilists of this fistic era. That individual, Smoking Joe. Good morning, y'all.
Do you reveal your penis size in this book?
Huh?
You got a big one, right?
Huh?
You got a big...
My fits?
Not fist. You know what I'm talking about. I told Joe when he was alive he was the greatest. And that what Muhammad Ali said to him was disgusting. And I like to see that Muhammad said something nice about Joe. And Joe Frazier was a great guy and a great guest, and I will miss him.
We will all miss him.